What's up, brother? You all right?
Yeah, bro. Just came from the gym not too long ago too. So, try to get my little workout in.
Yeah. I went for a walk early and shit like that. Went to go look at his apartment, so I decided to walk up there instead of driving and shit like that.
The
Tried
walks
to
be
be
helping
healthy.
you.
I mean, yeah, but you gotta, you kind of gotta put in that work when it comes to walking. But I mean, it's starting to get hot though, so you feel me? It's not too bad. So, and I kind of get my little sweat on. But I don't be trying to do much. I'm not out here trying to run a fucking marathon or trying to become David Goggins. I'm just trying to make sure I
No
don't die.
facts.
You feel me? I'm just
Facts.
trying to make sure I'm healthy enough to live so I can take care of my kids, bro. Yeah, like I'm not out here trying to be fucking David Goggins and all that shit and out here and beat Navy SEALs and shit. Or whatever the
Yeah.
case is. But yeah. But I mean they be decent, but they help me
Salute
think.
to him though. His ad went back in, didn't it?
Did he? Oh, I don't know. I have no idea. He tripping. He better than me.
Yeah, that shit wild to me if he
Much
did.
love. Hey,
Like I fuck with the military, but God, yeah,
not that
I don't
much.
think they could get a second a second dose of me. That's
I would stack up my bread though if I did.
you know.
My money will look different. I mean, we got kids now, so of course the money it's gonna be more money. You gotta spend more. But I mean, yeah, I would definitely be able to. I'll probably
Yeah,
fill
I
up about 3
definitely do
times.
the. I'll put my TSP way higher than what I had it.
Mm-hmm.
I have the contribution set differently, so it's like instead of me really seeing like that check, I'll just be seeing that little portion of it. So,
Mm-hmm. Oh, let me set this shit.
bro, you know,
Nope. Nah, I'm joking. What's up?
stamps.
Food stamps?
No stamps.
Yeah, what they expensive?
It's expensive as hell,
Yeah.
bro.
Nigga, I can't tell you that. I ain't buy stamps since basic training, dog.
You know what I found out? Which I know it might sound a little cliche, but people actually like letters, bro, handwritten stuff.
Yeah.
Cause like
Yeah.
it'll like emails and stuff. It comes out to be like spams and stuff like that. But people actually like just letters, physical stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
The thought behind it. Don't send me no fucking letter.
I'm gonna definitely send you a letter. Definitely send you a letter. I might just write that bitch in cursive, to be honest. You was at the gym today, Dion?
Yeah, in my garage. Word up, me. Hey, no, me and my brother-in-law, right? He here. We be working out in my garage and shit.
Oh,
That's
for
why I
real?
made. Huh?
So what y'all be doing?
We do like circuit training, you know, tests, everything. We do
Black for that.
everything. Pick up. We do. I can't see your book. I can't see your book.
This nigga here with these books. I'm gonna start charging you every time you want to post something on here.
Who knows? Maybe one day, one of these authors come across our video and they be like, "Hey, hold on, that's my book," and then they want to get on the show.
So that book is like what? Like it's a motivation reading.
Nah, so every show I always try to have like some type of different prop next to me. That just like my thing, I guess. And then
Oh yeah,
it's like, and this is actually one of his newest books though.
what book is that?
John C. Maxwell, The Return on Failure.
Oh yeah, I don't know nothing about that.
Don't worry about it. I'll send you one.
Don't send it to me. I ain't gonna read it. I ain't gonna lie to you. Look, I'm not that humble. I'm not that nigga that's gonna tell you. Yeah, send it to me. I'm gonna read.
Yeah, I'm not.
Nah, you send it to me, brother. I ain't gonna read it. If it ain't me gaining some knowledge about something I need to know, not read it.
Because I accidentally ordered two.
Two?
That's why. Yeah. So, but I'm gonna give this one to Cat. I had
See,
asked Cat.
somebody you know that's gonna read. My man, smart. Because I ain't gonna read. You gonna be like, you wrote that book, York? Nope.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna keep it a buck with you.
You definitely right.
I'm gonna keep it a buck. All right. Let's go ahead and get started. Go ahead. You know, I'm gonna take that damn head off.
Protect the shit.
All right. Y'all boys ready? Yeah, y'all can hear me? Y'all can hear me good? You can see me and shit like that?
Yeah, we good. We good.
All right, cool.
How's
All
my
right,
audio? Audio
you good, buddy? Yeah.
No echo?
Nah, finally, no echo. No echo. Looking like you from California, but you're not. Goddamn, the other side of the world. Oh. All right, bet. Welcome back to Chopping It Up with Dads, presented by Let's Be Dads. Real dads have conversations about life growth and what it truly means to show up. Tonight, we're talking about blended families, different households, different rules, different histories, all trying to come together as one. It's not always smooth, but when it works, it's powerful. It's powerful. I do like to start off with how everybody's doing tonight. How y'all boys doing? Y'all boys had a good week? Or 2 weeks, I guess.
Yeah, so far so good. Can't complain. Got some bad news. Not bad news. I ain't gonna say bad. No deaths in the family, thank God. But just one of my properties, my tenant's leaving, so I gotta find another tenant. So
yeah, that's bad news. We need
bad news. yeah. So,
McCloud, how your week was, buddy?
It was one of them ones, man. But like I told y'all before, like books has just helped me. So being able to like just stay on top of it, I just put one foot in front of the other. But overall, man, been pretty good.
Yeah. Shit, mine was pretty chill. I don't even remember what I did this week, dog. My weeks be flying by for between being a dad and trying to deal with everything else that we got to deal with and shit. But I mean, I think it was chill. No major problems. We come face to face with problems every day. That's just life. You feel me? That's just how it goes. No matter if you're a father or not, or black, white, green, we all come face to face with them. So it's just we just gotta think. I think me personally, I just try to thank God for the little problems that I in there. You feel me? That way I can mitigate them, and them don't have the big ones don't be so bad. You feel me? So
expect that troubled time. You feel me?
Yeah,
when there ain't no troubled time happening, it's like, man, something wrong, bro. What's going on?
Yeah, it feel weird. It's crazy because nigga been through so much bad. It's like when something good happens, it's like, oh, but I wonder what's bad gonna come, or how bad is it gonna be. But sometimes the shit it just be like in your mind. You feel me?
So what y'all saying is that y'all always expect something bad to happen, or it should happen.
Preparation.
Because the past experience.
I don't get my hopes up. I would say I don't get my hopes up. I don't necessarily think nothing bad's gonna happen, but I kind of be in the middle. I don't necessarily think something go good or bad, but I kind of lean more towards
yeah. I mean,
if anything happens, it's gonna be a no, or it's gonna be bad, or some shit like that. You feel me?
Yeah, or like a learning experience in a way, because like as we get older, we embark in different type of like a different journey. So it's like, of course, it's not gonna always go in our favor the first time. Like we're gonna get cut from that team. So it's like how we bounce back. Are we gonna go back and train, work 10 times harder? Or like this job interview, like am I fully prepared for it? Like, okay, if this does happen, I end up not getting the job, how am I gonna react to it? Do I go back and like, study in, or even with the ASVAB, like every situation and part of your journey, you're gonna come across some type of failure. You're not about to make straight hundreds throughout life, even in relationships. Like that's not gonna happen. You're gonna get your heart broke. Like something gonna happen in the midst of it. You're gonna get that girl pregnant. You know what I'm saying? Like, you feel me? Something gonna happen. It's consequences. It's consequences to everything. So
it is. All right, cool. So segment one. Hold on, I gotta put my little thing out there. Oh, segment one. So I like I said before, it's kind of about blended family. I know what's your name? Dion. There it is. Dion. I don't know. I often say David. I don't know why I was thinking David for some reason, but Dion. So I I come from like I wouldn't say a blended family. Me and my siblings all got different fathers. But every man that I've probably met in my life just ain't shit. So I don't really deal with men. So I kind of did have a family that was mixed, or did have my sister's dad that was there at a point in time, or whatever the case is. But it was never good. But I know you want to talk about this. But how do you feel? Or I would guess what was the hardest adjustment when it comes to trying to, I guess, blend those things together and trying to play that role.
Well, I'm gonna tell you my background. I came from a background with a step pops. You know what I'm saying? So, um, my dad was around. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't had contact with him like that. I had to wait for him to contact me or come by and see, and what I'm saying, stuff like that. But growing up with step pops, kind of opened my eyes to a man that he don't have no kids. He couldn't make kids, whatever. He didn't have no kids, so he accepted me and my sister. It's only me and my sister, and what I'm saying, and took care of us, and guided us to do better and to be, what I'm saying. He looked out for us. He was a good provider. So when it came to me being, as an adult, you know, jumping in, I'm gonna say the military life, and with military, you meeting a whole bunch of females everywhere. Every time you go, and 9 times out of 10, somebody got a baby. You know what I mean? So, and then when the connection is there with you and that female, of course, what I'm saying, you gotta accept her, you gotta accept the kids. So, I wasn't. I try my best to be, a father figure. You know what I'm saying, or not even a father, but somebody that that do right in front of the kids' eyes. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I brought myself into that, right? So when my first marriage, I have 2 kids, a boy and a girl with my first marriage. I met my wife now. She had 2 kids from her previous, and we have 2 kids together. So when we got married, yeah. So it's 6 altogether, right? So yeah,
You
2
over there
boys.
counting?
Hey, yeah, I got 3 of them, boy. Go ahead, Lord.
Yeah. So and, we always had a house full of kids. So my first wife, she had a son prior to me, knocking her up or whatever. So so his name was Dion and my name is Dion. So it was like, oh snap. I just couldn't believe another kid named Dion, you know what I'm saying? But he spelled his D-I and I spelled mine with D-E, right? So, uh I ain't had no kids prior to, so that's how I learned to be a stepdad, right? So then when I got with my wife now, the transition was different because these kids is 7 and 6 and 7. You know what I'm saying? And I wasn't around my kids at the time like that. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're right. You know what I'm saying? So
I had to throw it out there.
good catch. And so when we got married, and then I got stationed in Tennessee, Campbell, and then my kids was living in Tennessee. So when we finally brought those kids together, it was they accepted it, but it was still a lot of walls to be broken down. You know what I'm saying? Because they didn't know how to accept them, and they didn't know how to accept them. You know what I'm saying? So it was different. You handle your kids a certain way, then you got to be different, kind of with the step kids because they're not used to certain your style of you know what I'm saying, fathering compared to this style of fathering. You know what I'm saying? I could put hands on, can't put hands on. You know what I'm saying? So it's different. So it's real hard to bring that together and try to come up with a system or a style to raise both of them together. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
of
Because
course.
you could be biased without even knowing that you're biased. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like subconsciously, you just see bias. I think automatically. Yeah, and I think I just wanted to feel like loved for real. When it came to um, whether it was my sister's dad, which I was probably the only one I really dealt with was him. I don't know my brother's father. I barely know my own goddamn daddy. So 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 to even have somebody around, you would think you would think they would bring in that, like you said, that positive energy, try to make everything work. But it kind of felt more like it was just one sided. It was that bias. But the question that I have now is, was it more so of a on purpose type of thing, or was it just because, well, my sister was your daughter, you feel me, and you're more obligated to do certain things for her compared to things for me. So I think the hardest thing for as a child when it comes to trying to get that adjustment is just feeling loved. It's just wanting to feel loved because I already wasn't feeling that from, you feel me, who the dude's my sperm donor. That's what I call him, a sperm donor. I already wasn't feeling that from him. So when you come in my life, I expect to feel that. And I think over
Pick you up
time,
under your wing,
huh?
bring you
Yeah,
under
you
his.
feel me? Yeah, yeah. Take but it didn't happen, and none of them did it, and it was like it it builds like um a disdain in your mouth towards men, in my opinion, or at least that's what it did towards me. But I don't think all men are the same, and we'll get in that later. But I digress and I say, I think the biggest adjustment was just wanting to be loved, just wanting to feel like I was a part of the family. It wasn't my sister's dad and then my mom. It was no, we were just a family, or we would all do this shit together, or whatever the case is. But how did you build? How would you say that you built that trust when it came to your wife's kids, whether it's now or the first one? How would you say that you went about building that trust?
It's how I treated him, how I took care of him. You know what I'm saying? I made sure, it was one time my wife she was in BNOC. She was in BNOC, and I had the kids, and we were stationed in Alaska at the time. I had the kids, and they was playing soccer, right? And they didn't want, their moms used to give them a little Caesar cut, right? You know what I'm saying? Line up with the Caesar. So
Hmm.
I took her to the barber shop. It was like, yo, can we grow our hair? You know what I'm saying? Blah, blah, blah. So, I used to have clippers. So one thing I did was just line them up, you know what I'm saying? They was happy. They let the hair grow that little fro, little blowout. You know what I'm saying? We call it blowout back in the days, they had a little blowout. So they was
Yeah,
happy. You know what I'm saying? So when she came home, it was like, Mom, you know what I'm saying? We got a little afro, you know what I'm saying? So they was happy, you know what I'm saying? So it was like small stuff like that that you know, that build up to for that. You know what I'm saying? So I
no,
said
no
just
doubt.
small stuff,
Yeah.
showing them, you know, hey, I got you. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna take you here. I'm gonna, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna show you certain stuff. We renting bikes and rode auto, on posts. You know what I'm saying? Let's go as fast. Boom. They never did that. They never rode bikes that far out. They had to stay in the neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? Like I saw
Yeah.
it different. You know what I mean? So
Why would you, what about that was so important that you felt like you needed to do that? Because, you could have been like any other step pops who just, all right, cool. Well, the mom got kids. I'm just here to be, I go to work, I get fed, I don't really deal with the kids or whatever. So what made you feel like, or you had to, or that you wanted to be that interactive, person in that life instead of
um,
just being that chill, laid back step pops or whatever the case is?
well, I'm a laid back step out now. I ain't gonna hold you, but
Facts.
Uh, it was just something to do. Like, I don't know. They was always so used to playing basketball, soccer, you know what I'm saying, football and stuff. They was always, so I couldn't just not let that, you know what I'm saying, stop. You know what I'm saying? Come on, let's go do this. You know what I'm saying? One of them was AAU basketball. You know what I'm saying? So we supported him, going, every weekend at a hotel, whatever. Stay, they win, we gotta spend another night. You know what I'm saying? So we always, always traveling and doing stuff. You know what I'm saying? So it's just in order to make my wife happy, I had to do that because I couldn't be no, what I'm saying, one of those stepdads, like, um, just there to just to be there. You know what I'm saying? I did what I could to a point because sometimes when you try to do a little bit too much, you could be overstepping. You know what I'm saying? So you got to pay attention to that to a point. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you got to get in where you fit in sometimes instead of trying to. Yeah, I think sometimes, especially when it comes to that, it's touchy because I think, especially men, we try to come in and we try to just change, and especially older, when we're older, because that's what we're taught. I think the older generation is like, oh, we're taught where a man comes in and he's supposed to change instead of a man comes in and he's supposed to accept what's already going on in the household and adapt to the household, not try to change the household. And the fact that you was able to go ahead.
It's a double-edged sword with that one, right? Yes, you got to accept it. You see what's going on, and if it's not right, you have to change.
Because, and that's true.
Because they're going off of what a woman, a single mother, would do, and not what a man with the family would do. You see what I'm saying? So it's a difference. They're so used to this mother being, most women when they're single parents, they focus and they strong minded. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta change that up a little bit. Then with the kids, you gotta not change them but show them. You know what I'm saying? If they can't, if they don't understand it, they don't understand it. But sometimes you can explain it to them. Sometimes it takes them a while to see the difference for them to understand. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you can't.
Yeah, but it's all about how you do it as well too, and that's
right.
That's kind of the point of what I was saying. It's not necessarily that you have to, you don't come in. Everything not going to be the same. What your mama say and what I say is two different things. It's how it goes. With you when you go to your daddy house, the rules over there don't apply to what happens here. So of course, things are going to change, and you're going to put rules because your mama may not be as strict as me. She may be stricter than me. So of course things are going to change, but as far as just being there, I think it's totally unacceptable just to sit back and even be in the you can't be in a woman's life and not be in a child's life. It doesn't work. I think you have to get the child to love you before the woman. Once a woman sees that their child loves you, that their child cares for you, how much what that does to a woman. You know how much that makes them care about you. Like even as a husband, when
they put that guard down.
Yeah, when when your wife is, she upset, but she see you playing with the kids or whatever the case is, and y'all, you feel me? And it's the greatest thing ever. You feel me? And even like y'all kids that y'all have together, the same thing. But I think that you have to do that, and I think trying to come in and just try to do like a complete overhaul is just nah. You have to do like you said. I think you seen things and you kept what you thought needed to be kept, but what you seen that you needed to be changed, you changed, and that's where the compromise come in. At is being okay, cool. Well, shit, that's cool. That's cool. He like to do this. Okay, cool. But you're not gonna jump on the couch. That we're not doing that. You feel me? You wanna get in the basketball, the back down the stairs. By all means, I told you to stop that already, but I can't. But jumping on the couch, oh no.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask too. Like, did like when you and your wife got together and stuff, did like you guys talk about like certain rules or a system that you guys have to deal with the kids, or y'all just let the experiences happen and then y'all adjust it
Oh, hold that.
accordingly?
We got a whole segment for parenting communication. We got a whole
Oh,
segment for communication. Hold that. Don't even answer that. I had to double check. Double check. All right, cool. So what's something you felt like you had to unlearn? And I think because it's kind of unique because you went through, you did this the first time, then you did it again. So what is something I think I would say between the two, or even from, your childhood that you had to unlearn when it comes to, I guess, doing the whole co-parenting or doing this thing, not co-parenting, but doing the whole blended family ordeal. And I would say as
Well,
a man first.
so culturally, I'm from the uh, Caribbean. I was raised, I was born in South America, in Guyana, right? But I was raised in New York, so my whole family is, Guyanese. So, um, so culturally, it was different from, you know, stepping out into the world because a lot of people didn't do certain stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like it was odd for me. Just example, it was odd for me that I see people drinking soda in the mornings. Yo, you supposed to drink. You know what I'm saying? That was just odd. You know what I mean? Like I was used to drinking tea or orange juice in the morning. You know what I'm saying? That was
Mm-hmm.
just me. So when I got into the world and started, I was like, man, I drinking soda this early in the morning. Oh man, nah. Soda's only for dinner time, or lunchtime or something. You know what I mean? But so culturally, I had to not force my cultural upbringing onto none of my marriages or the kids. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna open them up to it, but I can't force it because everybody's not acceptable to certain stuff. So that's first and foremost. I had to um, um, embrace how they live and how they do certain stuff and adapt to it. But then, hey, well, this is what we do and how we do this. Boom, 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 boom. So she will have an understanding. So when I do something with the kids or for the kids, they get it. So um another example. So like my family, when they see the kids or something, they be giving out money. You know what I'm saying? So the kids be like, yo, why they give us $50? You know what I'm saying? Stuff like
Yeah.
that. They
yeah,
wasn't
that
used
ain't
to that.
normal.
See, that's what I'm saying. But that's just my family. You know what I'm saying? They got it. Yo, hey, hold this. Yo, hold it. And it was six of them. You know what I'm saying? Six of them. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So
Balling.
and you know what? And then being my wife, the loving wife she was, and say well she is, my ex-wife's oldest son used to come and stay with us because I knew him. He called me daddy. You know what I'm saying? He knew me as daddy. So
How did
he
that
like,
go over?
Yeah, I was just about to say,
um,
did that cause any conflict or?
so my wife was the mediator between me and my ex-wife. You know what I'm saying? Because at the point,
Mm.
the woman
That's that.
screaming.
Hey, that's that mature shit right there. That's that.
You know, yeah, she had to. You know what I'm saying? In order for me to, you know what I'm saying, my kids to come down and visit us and spend time and stuff, she had to be the mediator because it was a lot, yo, Hughes, you know what I'm saying? Yo,
Yeah.
man.
Oh yeah.
So, it was a lot of that stuff. You know what I mean? So my first wife is German, half German and half American. And my wife, she from Baltimore. She wild. So um so it was in the first one. He's all white. He ain't mixing nothing. He all white. So he white hair, blue eye, brown,
Totally different
blonde.
culture.
So
Whole
you know what I'm
different culture.
saying? You know, I accepted that, and I raised him to a certain point, certain age, and you know what I'm saying. Even now, when I see him, he's almost he gonna be 30 this year. He got three boys, and before I moved down here. I used to, go down there, see him, his kids and everything. He still showed me love, even though his mother corrupted his mind about me. You know what I'm saying? He still, hey dad, what's up? You know what I'm saying? Boom, hug me. You know what I'm saying? He remembered those those times I had to change his fucking pamper, feed him, take it to the barbershop. I did all that. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't like I treated him bad or nothing. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing. The stuff I did, all the good I did outweighs anything that I don't think I did nothing wrong. They probably look at it, I did something wrong, but I don't think I did anything wrong because I never molested, touched, or whatever. None of that crazy shit. If I did, I won't be sitting here right now, and
You
I'd
wouldn't be
be
here. I tell you that goddamn much. You'll be on this goddamn show.
exactly. You know what I'm saying?
We'll be talking
So
to me.
you know what I mean. So the stuff I did outweighs anything. Like what I'm saying. They can't never say nothing bad. You know what I'm saying? Because I try my best to do whatever I could do. You know what I'm saying? Especially for him and the other two step kids. You know what I'm saying? No matter what, even till this day, one of them came down here. He was supposed to be bust his Martavius ass in basketball, but the timing wasn't right. So
Whoa, hey.
he was going out to
Get to
Korea.
smoke anytime.
You
Bring him
know
back down.
now, Clyde.
Bring him back down here.
You know what I'm saying?
That wasn't about to happen.
So he needed some fatherly advice, and we had a heart to heart. It was so cleansing because he broke down and cried. It was cleansing. And I just told him, hey, whenever you need, I'm here. You can always reach out. And every now and then I would reach out, hey, what's up, man? How you doing? Because nobody don't be checking on men's mental.
They don't.
Right? Nobody don't be asking, hey, yo, what's up, bro? How you doing? You all right? Some people do, you know what I'm saying? But nobody don't actually really, 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 you know what I'm saying, investigate. I want to investigate Martavius, you know what I'm saying, his mental. But, nobody don't wish me card. So
I started sending voicemail. Adam Clyde, quick little voicemail. And how you? I just say, look, nigga, I know I just talked to you 2 days ago, but you good mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. You feel me? You need anything?
I ain't gonna lie, I be needing that, bro. I had one of my homies send a prayer to me because he was like, bro, you like, I guess he could feel like something was wrong. He was like, man, you losing weight, like you straight, bro. I was like, man, to be honest, bro, I don't want to talk, bro. Like I said, respectfully, leave it the fuck alone.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like so.
but see, that right there, that's where you're wrong.
Problem, yeah.
You can't say I don't want to talk, right? Because then how can you cleanse yourself, you know what I'm saying, and overcome that without talking about it? Because you have to talk. You can't keep it bottled up. Because once you keep it bottled up, guess what's going to happen? More stuff is going to keep bottled and getting bigger and bigger, and then you're going to react in a certain way you don't
at the
want
wrong
to.
time. At the wrong fucking time. It's gonna be at the wrong time against the wrong person. You feel me? So, and that's why I do it because you never know who needs to talk. You never know, because I think McLeod sitting back one day. I think it was night, and I was like, look, it is what it is. Like if you need to talk, you need to get something off, you got to get it off. Like, bro, anybody not here to judge. Judge for what? I got my own problems. You
talking about it, it might, come up with an idea or some type of solution. But I know you would, cleanse that situation somehow. You know what I'm saying? By talking about it, keeping it bottled up is not going to help. But us black men are very prideful. You know what I'm saying? We don't.
I'm not.
Black people, black people as a whole, they don't like to know. They never want nobody to know their business. We have a unwritten rule.
Well, that I understand, but when it comes to like, I'm a black man. I'm not afraid to go to the doctor if something hurt, If a doctor tell me they gotta look up my butt, then that's what they gotta do. They gotta give me a colonoscopy. If they tell me if I'm dying, tell me I'm sick, then I'm sick, bro. For what? What am I gonna be afraid of saying, hey, Dion, bro, I'm having a bad day? If you my partner, if McLeod, y'all my partners, I should be able to come talk to you about anything. And vice versa, without any judgment. We're just listening. But now you may get it with, you sound stupid right now, but it's out of love. It's out of love. It's not out of viciousness. And I be for real, bro. Bro, you fucking tweaking, bro. And I got and for real, I got a best friend. I bet she be like, bro, I feel that. I bet, bro, you got 8 acres of land and you fucking 26. What are you complaining about in life? What are you complaining about? Like what? You feel me? You hear, but you never know what you get out of venting. You feel me? And I think, like you said, we're so prideful, but it's because people judge us. Look at how many relationships we've been in, and how many times have you been called a broken man because you vented to somebody and they came back and thrown that on you? How many times have you been called weak or whatever the case is, all because you decided to vent? So yeah, we don't want to vent. But me personally, I don't give a fuck what you think about me. You can call me a crybaby. You right, bitch. My chest is light. I can breathe. I can breathe. I don't feel stressed. I can go to work and be fine. Now by Friday, I may be back built up. But I'm gonna get it back off my chest. And it's just how it is. I don't have time. I got 3 kids and a wife. You feel me? And a hamster. So I don't got time, dog. You feel me? I don't got time, bro. So fuck about no feelings. But my feelings, if I cry, I cry. If you see me in the middle of the street crying, keep driving. I'll be all right. I just needed a moment to cry.
That shit crazy too, bro, because I think it was like 2 days ago, man. I was at the gym. Something just came over me and I just broke down. I was like, damn, bro, fuck. Put my hood on and shit. Like, let me go on. I was doing 10 sets of 10. I was like, we dying in this bitch today. But yeah,
bro, I was watching a movie about something, started crying the other day. I can't remember what the movie was about. It was nothing to do with crying. I think niggas were shooting each other. Just in that bitch, dog. I was in here just. I mean, I be having my days. Hey, call it what you want, nigga. I feel good. I feel light. I feel wonderful. You can't make me feel bad, not make me feel. In my opinion.
Crying. Sometimes just letting it go is like the best weight lifted up your chest and your shoulders, man. It's like a cleanser. That's why I said cleansing. When you let that tears out, you cleansing it, man. You letting it go. But
I feel better. You ain't necessarily got to cry. I'm not really a crier, but I get it out one way or another. Somehow, some way, through some way, some means, bro. You got to get it out. You got to vent. You feel me? I don't fuck people. They're feeling. I don't care about that.
But that's what my son did, right? He vented. And he let out. He was trying to hold back because he came in here and asked me a question, right? He was just like, and it was just, he was holding back and he just let it go. I said, I told her, I said, go ahead, let it go. Because I seen it. Let it go. Yeah. I'm here for you. I was laying right here. This is my little man cave area. So I lay with it, right. I stopped my show, laid right here, got up. And I was like, yo, just let it out. Just, and he just talked and he let it out. We had a good 35, 45-minute conversation. By the time I gave him a couple of shots, I went in my little closet, a couple of shots, you know what I'm saying? And we were just laughing and whatchamacallit, but he felt better. It was like he was lighter because he was in, PCSing, going to Korea. They telling him he only could have 2 luggages. Oh, it was a lot of shit.
Life changing, boy.
Yeah.
And so he was real stressed out. So I'm glad that he let that shit go. And so I texted him the other day. It was like, yo, what's up? I ain't getting a response, but
you probably won't for at least a couple of days. I mean, it's Korea.
But you did your part.
Yeah, and that's what matters. Is that's what thing we always preach is showing up. presence is being there. People don't understand that like 90% of being a parent is just being around. Whether it's being around your kid while they're on the iPad, being around a kid while they're reading, being around them while or just seeing it, but like, you good? Yeah, all right. You feel me? Ask my 4-year all the time, bro. You gotta pee? You sure? It look like you gotta pee. Come talk to me real quick. Come here, let me see. Come close. Come talk to daddy real quick. Yeah, you gotta go pee. Just go on pee, bro. You gonna feel so much better once you just, like you said, let it out. You're gonna be free. You can go play. You got no, you ain't gotta do nothing. You just, just let it happen. But I do want to ask, so we get to segment 2, moments that we have in life. When it comes to blended families, what was the first? And McLeod, I would say I guess the first moment you had with your father, McLeod, and for you, what was the first bonding moment I would say you had between your stepkids? And I would say kids. Me personally, my siblings are my siblings. They're not. We have no bearing. So I know as a father, they made towards your kids, from your wife. What was kind of like a first bonding moment between you guys that you probably can remember, if you remember any, or can share any?
Me or my chick?
You you can go first, and then McLeod. I guess the same question, but towards your father. But whoever want to answer first.
Bonding moment was probably at when I took them to the on our wedding day. Took them to the barbershop. You know what I'm saying? They got their hair cut, line up. Like I said, they love the tapered little blowout type, right? And they also got Beijing in their hair. You know what I'm saying? So they was like, yo, he put that. So yeah, I think that was because it was like, because I told them they used to call me Mr. Dion. I said, don't call me Mr. Dion, call me Dion. You know what I'm saying? So yo, Dion, can we get boom, boom, boom? I said, yeah. I just be letting them experience stuff. You know what I'm saying? Without their mother around. No, you can't. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's one of the bonding moments right there.
McLeod.
And you said bonding moments as with me and
Yeah,
my kids, with
no,
my dad.
like I would say you and your pops. Like what was, I guess, like a first bonding moment that you kind of can remember?
I would say, I mean, it would be two of them. When he first got out of prison and that first united back together, I think that was like a bonding moment because I was like bad. I was all over the place. And then he kind of stepped in and he created nah, you can't be doing it. He created more of that structure. And I think when I got older, I was still a little knucklehead, but I think it created even more of a bond to show like he cared and stuff. I had stole the car, and it was it was an old school car, but only my dad knew how to start it. And he said, because he was about to go to work or whatever. So I'm over here, like I just got my license and stuff, and just I'm about to go around the block. I didn't go around the block. I went down like way back in the neighborhood to go show my homeboy.
Doing something you ain't supposed to be doing.
I was like, hey, bro, because this was my boy. I was like, hey, Javen, I got the whip, bro. Come check it out. It's an old school. So I pull up around the corner and it cut off.
Damn.
I said, shit.
You raggedy son of a bitch.
And I'm over there, cause I be seeing, I was seeing my dad, crank it. He used to have, this little, hanger looking thing and put it into the thing, pull it. So I'm like, let me just try it. So I'm over here turning the key and then trying to do that. Nothing. I'm like, and then my dad, he had to go to work. He was getting ready for work before he did it. So I was like, man, my homeboy dad work on cars though. So I was like, hey, can you tell your dad to come here and try to help? He couldn't get it either. I said, So I had to call dad. Dad pulled up. He hot. He said, look, he hot. He
Disappointed, yeah.
Boo!
Yeah.
Did I tell you?
Yeah.
And like the whole time, it just like it created more of that moment of like, man, I just need to like pay attention a little bit more, and it was a reason. So that whole ride back, he was like, nah, you driving it back. You feel me? So that whole ride back, I'm just like, man, damn, like I really like messed up. Like I kind of felt like I broke my dad's trust, but it created more of that like bond right there too. Yeah. So it's like that moment of like adversity or whatever you want to call it, it kind of created us like to go a little bit stronger. And I would say another moment, shoot, I got a lot of them. Another moment that created a bond was when I found out my mom was pregnant. And my dad had just lost his job. I used to be like a little like hustler or whatever you want to call it. So I had brought up to the family. I was like, let's be the neighborhood Candyman to raise money for a little sister until dad finds something. So I was like, oh, that ain't a bad idea. So I started doing that, and I was the neighborhood Candyman to raise some money for my sister. So that kind of created even more stronger bond, like that. So
That's what's up. I like that.
I don't think I ain't really got too many of them. Yeah, my sperm donor. They're not good. I got some bonding moments, but they ain't good. Boy, I tell you that goddamn.
Yeah, what I mean, it had you peep. It made you peep some moments, though.
I mean, yeah. Let me see. Shit. Well,
it shows you what not to do.
He took me
one.
I remember going fishing. No, my sperm donor is a crackhead and alcoholic. It's always been that way my whole life. That's all I remember. It's pretty much that. When he was around, it wasn't very much good. We were supposed to do things, but he spent it on drugs and alcohol and whatever else. So not too really good moments. I probably had more good. I can say good moments with my uncle. I had Uncle Tim. He passed away. He would take me to the strip club on the weekends. Love the moments because he would come in from being at his homeboy's house, party drinking or whatever. Come in, hey nephew, shit, I'm trying to see some. You trying to drive, nephew? Yeah, well, let's go. And he'll give you $100. You feel me? Now, young me, I'm gonna put the $100 in my pocket because when we get in the club, he gonna buy you drink. He gonna buy you whatever else you need or whatever else the case is. So he gonna buy you dances or whatever the case is. So it's like, shit, all right, cool. But that was probably about it. But yeah, my uncles probably did, and that was when I got about 18, 19-ish. So once I got an old, of course, when you get older, you started hanging with the older kids, the uncles, the uncle that's like 30. You can hang with them now. They want to hang. So when I started hanging around them, life was lit. But yeah, as a child, I got that sperm donor. It ain't too many good memories, man. Not for me. Not that I could think of. Not any that would trump all the bad shit. Like it's the opposite of you. Your moments trump. It's the opposite. All the ones I got trump. All they trump. So at the end of the day, fuck him. I love my uncles. For real, man. I love my uncles. They gave me great moments. They taught me things. My uncle became a father before he was even a father. So he looked after us. He took care of us when I was about 18. He took me in for about maybe 4 or 5 years. You feel me? Taught me how to save money and stuff like that. None of that shit stuck at that age. But now that I'm older, it makes sense. At 22, it didn't make sense. But at 33, at least
he put that bug in your ear though.
He did. So now those moments that I had with him, as far as him talking to me, him being disappointed. So speaking of the car story, so I got my uncle call one night, bro. I didn't steal it, right? So I asked him for it. And my uncle, he'll be in the room bumping Tupac, right? He'd be like, nah, you can't get the car. It is what it is. Parents, by 30 minutes later, all right, man, here, man, look. He would tell the same thing. Respect my gas hand, which means when I gave it to you, it had a quarter of a tank. When you return it, it need to have a quarter of a tank or more. You feel me? Respect, Unc. You know what I'm about to go do. Respect, Unc. So right, pull up. You know, young man doing what a young man do. You know what I mean? You know, I mean, you know what I'm saying? I go to sleep, dog. Now, mind you, my uncle, we go to work at like 5 o'clock in the morning. Bitch, I wake up at 6. I live 20 minutes, bro. I live 20 minutes. 20 minutes, bro.
So he didn't go to work that day.
He went. I walked in the house and I was like, my bad, and he just walked out. And we I don't think we ever talked about it, but I felt so bad because I felt like, damn, like you felt like you entrusted me to do one thing, and he ain't let me. I ain't drive the car for like a month. Like I ain't get the car for like a month, and I had to ride the palm train the bus back in the day. So, but that's if we had to speak of a dad moment, that's probably my dad moment. As far that shit was funny. It's funny now. I look at it, but back
it's funny now. Yeah.
But walking through that door, balls and them got them keys, balls. I was in the car. I was driving the speed limit that day. Just trying to get driving the speed limit, dog. But that's crazy.
You trying to think what to say? You told him the truth?
Yeah, well, you know, I don't know if we ever talked about it, but I know he was disappointed, and I was just like, my bad. And I think, you know, it was just one of the moments where, you know, you ain't really got to talk about it. You know, you feel me? You never been a young man, bro.
You
so you know, bro. You know what I was out there doing. I slipped up. You ain't gotta curse me out. And if you did curse me out, all I could do was just sit there and take it.
Yep.
I couldn't be mad at you.
Because you fucked up the money.
Because I fucked up the money, and now that fuck up, it fuck up your reputation with your boss. Because you're not late. You're not somebody that's late. You always on time. You do your job, and now you late because your nephew out here fucking off, and he couldn't keep up the one thing that you feel me that you asked of him. So but I mean, now looking back, it's funny. And if he was alive, he probably laugh at it. No cap, he'd be laughing at that shit right now. But in that moment, scary. And me and my uncle, bro, and we would get into it like as if like we was father and son. Like we would get into it as like we was a fucking married couple. But when I said that was my dog, and he would always look out, bro, and that was like part of the close thing I had to a father. It was probably him. I got another uncle too, but that's my story. But all right, so segment 3, we get into co-parenting and communication. McLeod, you had a question, bro. Go ahead and ask your question. Do you remember that question you had?
Yeah, pretty much like when y'all like came together like in the household and stuff, did y'all discuss prior like we laid out the rules and stuff, or y'all waited till the experiences happen and then y'all adjust like that, like, oh, I don't want that to happen that way? Like, did she come already like with the design, or did y'all talk about that, or it was just simply just go about it day to day and then we discuss it?
When a girl get pregnant, is it by design or is it by like, oops? So we took one day at a time. Whenever it came, we handled it as is. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of stuff was like,
Cause they was older, right? When you stepped in, there wasn't like toddlers or nothing.
Nah, they was toddlers. They was in middle school age, junior high school, elementary. So it was one 4th and 5th grade or something like that. Yeah, 4th and 5th grade.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, so they was real young.
Yeah, they was real young. You know what I'm saying? They wasn't in Pampers. So, you know, they already had and you know what? Their father wasn't in their life like that. You know what I'm saying? So they was raised by their grandparent and my brother-in-law, you know what I'm saying, until I stepped in and everything like that, right? To this day, my father-in-law pissed off at me because he felt like I took them away from him. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not my fault. Blame your daughter. She's the one that, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Got with me. I was just, hey, I was minding my business. You know what I mean? And here she comes. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, we took it one day when it came, especially when the kids got together. We've seen certain stuff, and then yeah, I guess we discussed something. Hey, you know, and her kids have open communication with their mothers. So a lot of stuff that you're seeing they wasn't used to, they would go back and tell, and then she would come and tell me, and I would have to tell. You know what I'm saying, and stuff like that. So, yeah, it was communication. So
how did that go over when it came to communication with? Because I'm assuming you as far as okay, you said they had open communication. Did you have open communication, or for you was it more so like, well, men. Well, like, boy, don't tell
Back
your
to you,
mommy you're taking shots. I gave you a shot. You 12. I'll tell you mommy you're taking a shot. Now.
I used to certain stuff. I would let them know about, hey, you gotta do this, boom, boom. They would come to me, or she would direct them to me, whatever. But they so used to them reaching out to their mother. You know what I'm saying? So she would try to handle it. She couldn't direct them to me. You know what I'm saying? So that's how it went. And even my kids, when when they came over, they got so comfortable with my wife. They start telling her stuff. I ain't know none of this. I'll be like, hey, you know what I'm saying? She telling me, hey, Danielle this, Dion this, Denali this. Da-da-da-da. Oh, for real? I didn't know. You know what I'm saying? Because with my kids grown, when I was in the household with them, I was strict to a point. You know what I'm saying? And I was, how would I say, if they did something wrong, I would spank them. You know what I'm saying?
Disciplinarian.
Yeah, you know what I mean. But when that situation was over and I moved in with my wife, it was no spanking. So and then so I did spank my stepkids, but then they brought up a whole thing of when they get in trouble, my wife can't spank them. You know what I'm saying? Because they go back to their mother. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, and that's a whole nother.
Yeah, I was like, what? What? I was like, why can't
Yeah,
you? I was like,
no,
it makes
I
sense.
I can see that though. I can
Damn.
see
So
that.
okay. So has that
Okay.
ever happened at all?
No, my wife, she wasn't, with that. You know what I'm saying? She never really got down with that. But it
Yeah.
was more like when that was brought to my attention, okay, now I know I can't spank them because they see it, a disadvantage, an unfair act. You know what I'm saying? So now, if their father was in their lives, it's a different story. Then, yeah, then you know what I'm saying. I won't be doing that. You know what I'm saying? But I thought I was trying to bring forth, some type of discipline. Hey, y'all can't be cutting up like this. Boom, 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 boom. But it was brought to my attention, and I nixed it. It was just like me telling them more of a verbal communication than hands on. You
Yeah.
know.
And mentally, was that easy for you to go ahead and like lock in that mode of just I'm about to whoop y'all ass, like, or did you ever have like second thoughts like I should be able
Yeah, yeah,
to like
yeah. I had
how
second
that made
thoughts.
you feel in that moment? Because it's like, man, these ain't
I had second thoughts. I
necessarily
didn't want.
my kids, but it's my kids, and you know what I'm saying?
I
Wow.
didn't want to do it. I didn't want to do it, but I didn't want them to like think they could get away with certain stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because when kids, no action is taken, that means they can continue to do certain stuff. right? And it's just gonna get worse and worse and worse. So
Yeah, I'm in the phase of life that I probably can't stop every habit that my child develops, but I can break every one that they develop, which means I can't stop you from developing that habit. Like, okay, cool. You may jump on the couch. It's okay. It's okay. Don't worry. You ain't gonna jump on the bitch for long. It ain't gonna be too many times you jump on the motherfucker. It's okay. Don't worry about it. Cause I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you. You feel me? So I think
one way or
that's
another,
one way or another. Hard head make a soft ass.
right?
The water does two things to the egg. You feel me? So you feel me? So it does one. I'm not to the egg, but it hardens the egg, but it softens the potato. So we can choose the route you want to go. That's
Yeah.
totally upon you. But yeah, but I do think I don't think that step parents, not step parents. I don't think that the co-parent should be able to put their hands on the other child. My personal opinion. I do think it's different if I was there when you was born. If I've been here from the time you was born up to the time of now. But I do think and I think that's also a double-edged sword. Because I think some people will feel different. Some men may feel like they have the right to, because they pay the bills or whatever, or some women, whatever the case may be, they have right to. I just think it's a fine line between. Well, if that child don't like you today, it goes from you just disciplining them to you be abusing them. And then you got CPS involved. Then you got the kid telling the mom something, the mom taking the side of the child instead of just coming to talk to you or trying to figure out exactly what's going on. And I wonder, I'm assuming, or have you ever had to deal with that when it comes to that aspect of things?
What, CPS?
Well, not like CPS, but maybe you. Well, I know you did speak of you saying the kids had an open relationship. So as far as maybe you saying something that you probably didn't think was a problem, but the kid may have thought it was a problem, or whatever the case is, and it probably maybe it didn't bode or well with the wife, and y'all kind of was at odds, because of what was said or how it was interpreted because of how the kid said it, if that makes sense.
So this is one situation, right? When the kids, was getting to know each other, right? Like I said, it was my son and my daughter and my ex-wife's son. They used to all come down, and then to my house where I was living with these two, right? So it was all upstairs playing and stuff like that. And somebody drew it had Pictionary. It was like a little white robot.
Yeah.
Right? So somebody drew a penis on it. They came and told us.
Hell kids, man.
So they came and told us, and it was like, my daughter did it, and she the youngest one.
Damn.
And she's the only at that time, she wasn't the only girl, because my other daughter, she was just born, so she was like a baby, but she was like the only girl that was hanging with these boys, right? So when they brought it to me, I was like, Denali didn't do that. I'm like, in denial. Yo, she didn't do that. Y'all lying, boom, boom. So, I'm arguing with my wife. Nah, they lying. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't do that, boom, boom, boom. And I'm asking them and everything. So that right there, their trust kind of diminished. Their trust for me kind of like fell off because I didn't believe them.
Yeah.
Right? I'm backing up my daughter thinking she innocent. Years later, it came out she wasn't innocent.
She the one did it.
You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy. I'm over here trying to have your back.
Yeah, I'm about to get divorced because of you, man.
So I had to. I apologize to them. You know what I'm saying, for not believing them. You know what I'm saying? So that wasn't a hard thing to do for me to do, but that caused a lot of friction. You know what I'm saying? They lost trust in me because I ain't believe them. I'm believing my daughter, but she ruined my relationship with these, you know what I'm saying, with them. You know what I mean? So,
and they trying to build one with you by trying to tell you the truth.
It ain't
and
working
you know,
out.
her brother was like, nah, she didn't do it. They taking up for her, but they lying for her.
Yeah.
I hope that answers your question.
Yeah, it does. I was trying to adjust this thing. I had this thing wrong. But oh yeah. Hey, I got a dad joke. Ready for my dad joke? I got two of them. All right, here go the first one. This one may get me canceled. Where's it at?
Nah,
all right. Why did the stepdad bring a ladder to the family meeting?
so he could reach to get to another level.
Ran out of steps. Oh no, man.
He had to step down
Because he was trying to step up. I got one more. I waited this all week. It's been like 2 weeks I built this. All right.
This is no, you couldn't wait to ask this shit, bro.
This one I stole. Right here. Why was the one-legged man at the ATM?
Oh, I don't know.
Shit. I mean, he one-legged. He had the ATM. I guess to take some money out. To, you know, I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
He was trying to check his balance.
Makes sense.
Oh, shit. I was waiting on these. Y'all don't know how long I was waiting on these. Yeah, I told my wife this shit earlier. She looked at me like I was stupid. Woo. All right, cool. Let's get to segment 4, game. McCloud, I sent you the game, bro. You got it on your phone? You gonna pull it up? This nigga here, he ain't even ready.
Yeah, I got it though.
I sent you the game. That way it wouldn't be cheating. So segment 4 it's a game. It's called Step, Bio, or Both. Pretty much we're gonna ask the question. Well, McCloud is gonna ask the question. The answer is gonna be Step, Bio, or Both. I figure since McCloud has always been the one that's always had his daddy in his life all the time, I'm not picking on you. You know it's crazy. It's crazy. You know it's crazy how you used to get bullied back in the day for being poor.
You weren't the only one, bro.
How you bully me because my daddy ain't in my life?
That's part of the hood.
Yeah, bro. Man, I used to go to school with some Perry Ellis on, man. They used to take me out.
You was balling back in the day.
No, I wasn't.
Perry Ellis is not poor.
It's not poor,
no, bro.
bro.
I don't think y'all seen the type of shoe that it was. I was getting joked on every single time.
I was talking about the shirts. I like the t-shirts.
No, the shoes, bro.
No, I had those.
Yeah. So all right. So the segment 5 is
segment 4. It's supposed to be 4, but it's all right. It's all right. Go ahead. It's all right. Go ahead. Just go ahead.
Step, Bio, or Both. How it works is decide who typically handles each role. So question 1 is setting household rules. Step, Bio, or Both?
Both.
Answer is Both.
All right, cool.
Okay.
You don't get no prize if you win, Devin. You just get a congratulations.
Yeah, we just give you like, you know what I'm saying?
We'll take a toast.
Like cheers or whatever, you feel me? Question 2, handling discipline early on. Step, Bio, or Both?
Handling discipline early on?
You gotta be both.
I say Bio.
Bio.
Yeah,
Probably both. That's probably both though, but I say bio.
Answer is bio.
Ah,
I could see
it
that
should be
though.
both.
I could see both though.
You know why? Because you don't want to discipline no kids behind the spouse's back, right? Because it's like that that's like, oh, you doing something wrong, and she don't, the spouse don't know about it, and it's like you taking advantage of them, and that's where,
That conflict come in there.
yeah, that's when the trust starting to, dwindle away, and you know what I'm saying, and abuse started to take place. You know what I'm saying? So it should be both instead of just bio,
Just bio.
because that's my opinion. I think because both of y'all have to be on the same page when it comes to discipline.
Yeah, especially when they're younger, bro, because you get that like the mom and pop where you go ask one and one say no, then the other one say yeah, and then you get that, and then imagine taking all right, well me and McLeod got toddlers. Imagine taking your fucking 2-year-old, 3-year-old from your house to your to your say you and your wife wasn't together, back and forth, and she like, oh no, well you could jump on the couch and do all this right here. But then you more stricter, you feel me, or whatever the case.
Right.
It's never going to stick. So then when you say no, and then he go ask his mama or whatever, and they say yeah, it causes that confusion. Me personally, I don't have that, but I cut that in the bud. Even with my wife or my kids go ask if they'll ask me and then they go to the auntie, no. Now, some things I expect to be behind my back because I don't expect everybody to follow my rules, but I expect the core rules to be followed at all times, no matter if it's me and my wife are together. Even if my wife was to go find somebody else, I still expect the core rules of what I taught my children to fall in effect. I'm their father at the end of the day.
But you know why? Because you already built that understanding between y'all.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now, if it was like, she had your baby, but y'all wasn't living together, you know what I'm saying? Y'all just co-parenting, it'll be a fucked up situation.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah. Could dad let me eat candy in the morning?
Yeah, you feel me? But mom like, nah, you got me bent, bitch. Put that candy up.
Like I ain't let my oldest daughter, wear nail polish and lipstick and shit like that at a young age because it looked at too too grown. That was just me, but when she was with her mother, yeah, they did that stuff. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't like it. You know what I'm saying? I didn't like it. Like,
yeah.
But now, my 2 girls now
can't get enough of it.
My daughter's, it was her birthday the other day. She's like, Daddy, look, see all this.
Nope. I ain't at that stage yet. Nope. My only 5. Nope. I don't care if you just want paint. Nope. I'll paint it for you. Not doing that.
That's what I'm saying. It's too grown, right? At a certain age, it's too grown.
It's too grown. You know that weave, all that stuff. Nah. It goes back to setting that boundary, like you said, when they're younger though. And not only just between you, not you and a child, but you and your spouse or the parent, because you got to set it so that way not only the child understands it, but you and that parent understand it. So therefore, when a child goes to that other parent, say they go to your son goes to his mama's house, it's no beef when he go tell her what happened at your house. Well, look, baby, that's your daddy house.
Daddy, yeah.
That's your daddy. Me and your daddy had this conversation 20 years ago already before you was even born. So this is already established, or we dealt with the kinks of this while you were coming up. So now we understand it. This is your rules, and when so and so is at your house, if you want to jump off the fucking roof onto his head, he at your house. That is your rules, your whatever. But I do,
I got to catch the back end of that too, because I know like you guys like talking about with the nail situation. I looked at it differently. Like I don't allow her to like go to school with this stuff and like that, but I look at it from a professional standpoint. Like if she really shows interest in it, this could be potentially a career for you that you could do. I could create entrepreneurship around it. So I on like when I see her do her nails, I try to correct her on it. I'm like, she's like, Daddy, does this look pretty? No, you got it all over the place. You got it, you know what I'm saying? So I try to direct it to where keep it on the nails, you know what I'm saying? Don't have it all on your fingers and stuff. So it's like in those moments, I'm not trying to shy away from it. I let the girls be the girls because they're learning. If I completely be like, nah, I don't want you doing that, like even with my daughter, she does cheerleading and stuff. So she's in competition and they have to put like this makeup and stuff. I don't really like it, but it's like
That's different.
Like that's the culture around it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I adjust with it because I know the potential of it. So from that aspect, I just have an open mind to it. I know it may come off as a different type of image, but I try to mold it as like that kind of way. But they not walking around with these long ass nails. It just usually be like just their regular.
Nah.
Yeah.
Like now to this, sometimes they gotta ask me. My daughter's now. She gonna be 15, and the other one just turned 8. They just asked me like the other day, can I dye my hair?
No.
Saying like the 15-year-old, my teenager, can I dye my hair? I say no. Wait till you know what I'm saying,
Wait till you
18
get
or
the fuck out
something.
my house.
But then I start directing to her mother because her mother be like, "Yo, go ask your dad," because they
Don't
know
come
how
ask me that shit. But you don't come
You
ask
know
me
what
that
I'm
shit.
saying?
You know I'm gonna say no.
And I be trying to tell her, you already know I'm gonna say no. Why you directing them to? Because they want to hear from them, regardless of the fact. You know, like, come on, man. You already know how I feel. You know what I mean? So I let her do a brown in her hair, and that's it. But it's not like
the natural color.
honey. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, a little tint to it. You know what I'm saying? Nothing, because you know all that fucking blue, purple, yellow. I can't do that.
It's a no.
Yeah, nah, you too young for that.
No, even with a grown woman, I can't see myself with all that color. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I might like it from a distance, but you my woman, nah, ain't none of that crazy shit. That's just me. My bad for getting off topic.
No, you good.
Question. What was it? 3?
3.
Yeah, 3. Building emotional connection. Step, bio, or both?
Both.
BOTH.
Yep, that's right. Both.
Both.
I can see that. Number 4, navigating school meetings. Step, bio, or both?
Both.
I think bio.
Both.
We're both wrong, ain't it? Is it both?
It's both.
You gotta be in it.
Yeah, it's both.
You gotta be in it all the way. You can't just be like, you know, I ain't gonna be. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be in it because you can't just, you know, pick and choose on when you want to be a parent. So you know what I'm saying? All the way. You gotta do it all the way.
Yeah, because even when reports come back home and you decide you didn't want to show up, you feel me? You can't have no say because you come to these school meetings.
Yeah, facts. Yeah, true. That's true.
Like one of the knuckleheads trying to blame me for him not going to the NBA. I'm like, yo, you had a chance. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, when at AAU, you went to high school, and I was like, yo, you want to join the team? He got intimidated a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But then everybody that was on the basketball team was AAU with him. You know what I'm saying? So you didn't take that opportunity. You know what I mean? So now you graduate in the military, you like, y'all didn't make me, y'all should have pushed me, y'all should have did it. You know what I'm saying? So we get blamed for not pushing them. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, you didn't show effort. His senior year, he wanted to run track.
Too late.
Where was that energy 2 years ago. Like, you know
Yeah,
what I'm
fact.
saying? Like,
Yeah, because it's different when you get around your kids. Now you get all nervous.
Yeah, facts. That was the last one,
Let's,
McLeod?
huh?
That was the last one? You got more?
Got three more. First line of authority in conflict. Early stages.
Both. It's probably gonna be bio.
well, depending on the situation of the conflict, but both.
First line authority in conflict. The answer is bio.
But I told you it's probably gonna be bio. Yeah. Cause it's the first. Not just overall, but the first. So that means as soon as the first happened, they expect it, and they're probably gonna expect the actual dad to deal with it and not the step pops. Or not to be both. Now after dad talks to you, you can go talk to, whoever, whatever. But first,
Yeah, but
Yeah, first. Yeah, I see that. The first
but that's only if the person is active
is
in their life like that.
yeah in the picture. Yeah, in the picture with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
but also, a lot of times the kids be more comfortable talking to the step than they do with their own bio.
It's less
You know what I'm
judgment.
saying?
And in the
Oh, less
presence,
judgment,
you
yeah.
being present too.
Yeah. Yeah. And it'd be less judgment. It'd be chill. It'd be understanding. And I've seen it with my siblings because I was younger when my sperm was around, but my siblings love them and they can always go talk to him or whatever the case is. So, but you see it with anybody. It's just because it's easier. I don't feel judged by you. You're not going to tell everybody my business. If I go tell my mom something, everybody going to know. The whole people I ain't talked to in 20 plus years going to know. But I heard, woo.
Yeah, I heard you doing IT now.
You feel me? Like, yeah, but I can go talk to, somebody else and they
Mama
won't
gonna
know.
tell it all.
Tell it all plus more. But then get mad when I tell the business. That makes no sense.
All right, so next one is creating family traditions.
Both.
Gotta be both.
It's bio, I bet.
The answer is both.
Both.
I can see that.
What's the score? You know the score?
Hell no. I usually take score, but
I think I'm up by one, but I don't know.
All right, last question. Earning trust over time.
Both.
Step.
The answer is step. I can see that. Earning trust over time.
Well, yeah.
Cause
Now that I think about it.
like especially off of the what Dion had said about that whole situation with the drawing. You feel me? So just like trying to create that trust, create that bond and stuff.
Remember, the step is the outsider. You know what I'm saying? So if the outsider, he's trying to gain that trust to for the kids to
Put their guard down a little bit.
to like them and trust them and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Cause like damn, hey, my pops had left, man. Like, so it's like trying to trust another man to step in that type of atmosphere. It feel different now. So I got to get your trust because my biological father had hurt me. So having
broke
to step
my heart, punk bitch.
well, it's hard. It's hard because the kids, you know what I'm saying, they fill you out in their own way, right? They ask you certain questions, they look at you, and the kids at a young age, they got this aura, spirit around them to accept you or not. Believe it or not, right? Kids always know because they're innocent, so they got an innocent soul. So they know if you are, what's the word I want to use?
You trying to fake it.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? But it's kids know. A lot of them, they know the energy.
Mm-hmm.
They know the energy and stuff like
When it's not, when it's not genuine.
that.
Yeah, they know. Yeah,
And you just telling me shit that I want to hear. This ain't the real you. Come on.
Yeah. I mean, even my toddlers know that, and I got 3 of them, and they know that. They can tell. They can definitely tell when it's just like, yeah, you bullshitting me. Yeah, nigga, you ain't eat that snack, nigga. Give me that. Give me them cookies, nigga. You playing with me? Don't stop playing with me. If I chopping your thug. But, for real, but
no, man, I'm telling you,
they know. They know. That's true. All right, cool. So we got one more question. This is the last question, segment 5. I like to call this the one question, which is one that we answer before we get going up out of here. If your family becomes everything you hope, what does that look like? I don't know who want to go first. No takers.
Go ahead, Dion. Go ahead.
And let me think about it. So that's a good question.
That is.
We like to leave a little, you know. What I want
to repeat that.
If your family became everything you hope, what does it look like? Mine is a bunch of love, laugh, good times, some marijuana, and a couple shots here once again. I think just overall happiness, whatever that entails. Happiness, whether it's monetary, whether it's financially, whether it's in the heart. Just love, just family, just being there, bro. Just having peace, love, happiness, and peace. Being surrounded by that, if that's what the family that I envision. Was to hopefully come together in the way I envision it. Just love, happiness, and peace. I want a compound with my kids, people on there, so we can enjoy family. We can build, we can love. I want to have traditions. You feel me? Because I think we our families have them, but then usually once Big Mama dies or somebody go away, they go away. Then there's and you don't get a family union for 30 years, and then you start to miss out on so many cousins, aunties, uncles, stuff like that. So I think just having that tradition and just being close knit. But that's what mine is simple, love, happiness, and some marijuana. Simple. Simple. Who want to go next?
Piggyback off of that. You know what I'm saying? Of course, happiness is the key, right? I want them, my legacy to be to where as I get older, you know what I'm saying, they know, my kids would know that I did what I could to make their life better. It was the little stuff, the simple stuff, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because one, I keep telling them every time, y'all ain't grow up like how I grew up. Y'all military brats. Y'all not walking outside dodging crackheads and stepping on liquor bottles and all this other stuff. You ain't got it, yo.
Get AIDS and walking down the street. I mean, that's if I got to step on a needle. Can't even walk on the street with no shoes on as a kid. My bad, but go ahead. My bad.
Ain't no straight bullets. You know what I'm saying? Because bullets don't have your name. Somebody doing a shootout down the road, boom, innocent person. So I tell them, yo, you lucky. You thinking you gangster or you Billy Badass or whatever. Listen, you a military brat. You are fortunate enough to, be, I'm gonna say middle class, if anything, not poverty, because you ain't not in the projects or nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
They living okay. You know what I mean? So, just happiness and love. You know what I'm saying? Whatever I lead them, I lead them. You know what I'm saying? That's all.
McLeod.
I did what I did.
Yeah, mine would be leadership and competitiveness, being competitive. That's one of the things I would want them to have. Like instill that leadership a lot. I instill speak up. I instill be competitive.
Did you hear the question?
Say it again. I swear. I swear I answered it right. Say it again, just to make sure.
You started talking about what you wanted to instill in your kid. So I asked
No,
if,
I'm not. Go
if
ahead.
your
Say the
family
question.
was everything you hoped for, what does that look like?
Yeah, that's what it looked like.
Okay.
It was
Okay.
everything I hope for.
I
That's
just want
literally.
to make sure that you know you answering the right question.
Yeah,
That's all. Go ahead.
that's what
This
that's
nigga.
what it would look like. The McLeod family will be leaders, will be competitive,
I
like
get it.
off
I
rip.
get it.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like that means I did my part, you know. So when any situation comes up, they at least know how to speak up for themselves, speak up for them siblings, be leaders. If nobody is stepping up to the plate, I'm teaching them how to go about it. Yeah, y'all may like feel nervous in the opportunity, but it's a feeling that God placed in y'all. Y'all feeling this nervousness from something. Find out what that root is coming from, and let's lock in on it. If you see nobody on your dance team stepping up and all the kids is crying, motivate them. Hey, come on, y'all, we could actually win this thing.
Yeah,
You know,
they
so
got to step up. No pun intended. They're on the dance team. They got to step up.
yeah, see, yeah. So it's just like, well, once they understand that, I feel like that kind of like completed the whole thing. Like I wouldn't want more. And I like what you guys said about just the tradition too. Um, I really want to start a tradition. I just don't know what it would be like. So that's something I kind of want to have as well to continue.
Start
Cause
simple, bro. Simple, bro.
yeah,
Look, I read every. I try to read. I try to read at least 4 times a week to my kids every night. I try to make sure that I put them to sleep every night. I adapt my kids up every night, every day before they go to school, every night before they go to bed. I adapt my kids up. My daughter has a handshake and my son has a handshake, and it's about that tradition. So when you pass it, so it's not about the handshake, it's about the bonding. Just for
the
that
bond.
moment, my babies can say, "Oh, damn, my dad thought enough about me to teach and not only do this, but it took me 3 months. It took me a month just to get you to be able to do this right here. It took me a month just to be able to get you. Now, my dog throw the hearts up and everything, kiss and everything. All of my kids, you feel me? So I think you just gotta. If anybody asks how do you get them to do it, you just gotta start and you gotta be consistent with it.
Gotta be
Nobody's saying you
consistent.
got to do it, all the time, 24/7, but you have to do it and you have to be consistent. But you have to give the right energy towards it. You can't do it and be half-assed. You feel me? You can't do it every day and go 50% every day. I personally I rather take my kids outside 3 times a week and go 100% 3 times a week than going outside every day and not having it and being outside for 2 minutes a day because I don't feel like being out there. You feel me? But just my opinion, just started. Go. What you about to say, Dion?
For me, my teenage daughter, we grown up when she was younger. She too grown for it now, right? And when she was younger, we had a handshake. You know what I'm saying? So I understand where you're coming from with that. We used to do a little handshake before, in the mornings or every time we laugh, we should call it, we dap each other. We did a little thing. So yes, that's a tradition. But you can start your tradition, like cooking, baking. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that.
Yeah, bro. Small stuff, bro. You never know what leads to something big until you try it. You feel me? The Bible say have faith. God say have faith of a mustard seed. So that's what we're supposed to have. No matter what you believe in, you gotta have faith. So, but it won't happen until you do it. Me personally, I try to cook every Sunday. Every Sunday we're having a big meal, whether it's a full course macaroni, collard greens, chicken, real type of meal, some simple, maybe a seafood bowl, or maybe it's just pizza. Maybe it's just fries and for real. Maybe I'm tired. You feel me? But you start that because once you get that tradition. So my kids know every Sunday we gonna eat great. You feel me? Every Friday we probably gonna eat McDonald's. I'm not cooking on Friday,
Yeah,
probably Friday, Saturday. And it's something simple. Okay, cool. Well, every Wednesday we go to the park, or every weekend we go to the splash pad. Something you never know, and it could be something different. It could be every night you read a book. Every night you tell them I love you. Every night you put them to sleep. You feel me? I try to do things on a regular, bro. And you can't
Like,
do it all the time, but just try to do it as much as possible. And when you do it, just and even if you do it and you fail at doing it, bitch, if you punch that wall full force, you feel me? Because if you break your hand, imagine breaking your hand by just tap, you're gonna be mad. You like, I should have punched that shit harder.
Yeah.
So now imagine being a parent and not going for as hard as you could be and not building those traditions. And now you get 10 years now, you should like, damn, I should have showed her how to cook a Sunday dinner every Sunday.
Mm-hmm. At
Because
least
now they're not
at
doing that.
least she'll know how to cook that chicken.
Yeah. Or she'll know where to come because she know every Sunday dad gonna cook.
Yeah.
And she gonna bring the grandkids. She gonna bring, his or her, whoever she want to be with, whoever, whatever. But it's gonna keep that going because your grandchildren are gonna see it. Everybody's gonna see it, and then it's gonna pick up. It's hard nowadays because we don't have big mamas no more, bro. There's no more big mamas. There's no more grandfathers who's pulling their body. There's nobody uncles who's just grilling or whatever. And I think the traditions are
They
just
too
dying.
busy working, bro.
Yeah, we ain't got no choice. We ain't got no choice. We got to work.
but also a lot of people they don't have that grandparents love or marriage. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's broken. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like I've been my anniversary was the other day, right? So it's my second one. I've been married 16 years, right? Been to get her for 18, right? So, Montavious is asking me, yo, how you do it? Compromise and understanding.
And yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because women is, one thing with women, they push you, right? They push you to either do better or they push you to drive you crazy. But sometimes it's coming from a good place. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we don't know that we can do something until they nag you enough for us to do
They
it.
do it, yeah.
And boom, oh snap! Well, that was easy. We make it look like it was easy, but we did that shit for the first time. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But so it's all about compromise. Like I was about to say, you can take your daughter. It's about your kids. It's about to be hot. When we can go during the week, get some slushies from Sonic. Bake cookies on Saturday.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just a little stuff. That's what we do every now and then. We go to Sonic, get some slurpees. You know what I'm saying? Every now and then we do cookies. We call one of them, hey yo, just make some cookies, some brownies.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Small moments, dog. Small moments build big moments. Small moments build big memories.
You know what you can do? They like pizza.
Yeah.
They like
make a pizza with them. You can get the crust. Pillsbury. They got crust in the can. I swear to God, you can unroll it. But you feel me? Do something, bro. And this is to everybody that's watching all the dash. Just do something, like no matter what it is. Bro, I do this all the time. Just stupid stuff. It don't even matter what it is. I don't be knowing. I don't be know if I'm ever do it again. But I know I promise you, bro. And I posted.
You be in that bit dance. I seen the video. You was over there.
You see the video? I let my kids drive. Well, of course, with me on my lap, but they drive. It's times where we're breaking the rules. Well, yeah, we're vibing in the house. Let's get on top of the table, but let's get crunk. Let's get it. You feel me? But it's those memories, memories, but traditions as well to know to always have fun. So yeah, even though you're cleaning up, we can have fun while cleaning, baby. Cool. Even what I gotta work, but we can have fun. It's serious time, but we can have fun, or this can be fun, and you make it fun so that way they remember it. Because if it's not fun, they're not gonna remember it. It's either gonna scare them or it's gonna make them happy. You feel me? But let's go ahead and get up out of here. So I call to action. If you guys enjoyed this, please like, subscribe, and share with another dad that's navigating any part through life. Definitely with the blended life. Blended families don't mean broken; it means intentional. We appreciate you guys chopping up. It's your boy York. We got my guy McLeod, and we got our guest over here, Mr. Dion. We appreciate you guys. You guys have a good one.